So this is the video for week 1, and it's the introduction to human geography. It used to be called cultural geography, and I'm not really sure at what point they changed the name from cultural geography in the class to human geography. But I think it's the same time they changed it from 3 credits to 4 credits, so it all happened then. So, so here is an Asian man sitting in a lawn chair under a tree. And so what I want to think about is culture, and what might you assume, or what might you think about this person that would be related to his culture? And I'm going to have to repeat some of the things that you say, so it will really sound annoying to you, but we'll do that. So anybody have an idea? So what do you mean Western culture?
Just his attire.
Okay, so what he's wearing, okay, would be culture, and he looks like he's wearing Western culture. Okay, great, so he's from the West. Anybody else have something they would expect or think about? I know. Feel free to come up. There's lots of seats up front. Anybody else? No? Yep. Green lawn chairs, green plastic lawn chairs. Yeah, I don't either. Yeah. Wait, what? Okay. Yeah, there's no symbols on him. Yeah, I don't see any tattoos. So it's an older picture, probably. Class? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're making some assumptions about somebody based on what we know, right? It's from our own perspective. What else? What about language, food? Nothing? A barbecue? That's where he is. But what about his own personal life? No, it's not. That's what I'm going for. Would you please say that? Rice. He might like rice. He's Asian. That's a standard food. Thank you. I could have paid you to say that. Thank you very much. What else? Okay. Oh, you guys are just so shy. Okay, so actually this is my brother. His name is Kim, and he was adopted when he was about 6 months old. And we'd just been on a bike ride, so he'd been wearing bike gloves. And we were stopping at the North Bank for lunch. And so there is nothing about his culture that is Asian. His culture is, he speaks English, he has no accent, he reads in English, writes in English, you know, the clothes he wears are from the US, although with globalization, that's hard to now kind of identify a culture. So the idea, so what point am I trying to make about culture? Okay, it's about your environment, it's invisible. It's not genetic, right? Our culture is not genetic. And he has a bad eyesight. And so there are often people who would say, oh, well, you know, that's the culture. You know, and I'm thinking, no, he has bad eyesight. You know. That's right. So, but there are people who, you know, we make assumptions about places we don't know and about people we don't know, and sometimes stereotypes or ideas come from a piece of information, but we tend to generalize. So culture is learned, right? If he had grown up in Russia, if he'd been adopted by a Russian family, he would speak Russian. He would drink vodka. And I don't know. So that's about culture. So then I wanted to think about why cultures are different from place to place. So this is out of sequence. No. Yes. This is a map of Africa. Let me go back to the next one. I think I moved this around a bit. Okay. So, this is a map of Africa, and the amber-colored countries are places that are experiencing a high level of hunger or food insecurity, okay? And so one of the things that people tried to do was, let's just introduce wheat, because wheat growth is easy to do. We have the technology to bring in the right fertilizers, the right pesticides, irrigation, so we can grow wheat in these areas where people are having issues with hunger. And so, you know, sometimes cultural changes are not just related to the physical landscape, right? So you could grow wheat in these areas. People will not eat it. You know, it's not their cultural traditional food. And so even though people tried to introduce wheat growing as a way to change hunger in that area, it was not successful, right? And so a lot of the things that we do are related to our physical environment, but not always. Sometimes it's just cultural preference. Yeah. Right. Well, this is where it was growing after attempts to try to introduce wheat in other areas, and it's just not, it's not growing. It's just not, it didn't take off, right? Yeah. Okay. So, where is the link for that? All right. Hold on a second.